Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. I'm getting started vlogging a little bit later than I wanted to today. It's actually, is currently 6:28 p.m. and it's a little chilly outside. It was like, I think it was like a high of like 60 something today, but now it feels a little chilly. Let's look at the temperature. Oh, it's currently, it's currently 62 degrees outside. What was the high today? Oh, 63. So it feels kind of chilly though. I came out here with just a t-shirt on and I was like, no, I think I need to put my jacket on. So it's a little chilly. I've spent quite a bit of time outside today, feeding the bird feeders and looking at the construction that they were doing on the houses and stuff. I woke up to them walking on the roof. So I was like, I want to check out and see what they're doing today. I think it was just the roofers looking out here to kind of see what they had to do on the houses because they're still working on the fixing the side of the condos. I think they're going to finish that by, well, I think they're done with ours, but they were doing something down there on the fourth building or the fourth person in the same building. I guess it's the same building. I don't know. So anyway, when I woke up today, they were like walking on the roof. I was like, is the roofing starting today? I was like, if the roofing's starting today, then because I was going to film all these videos. And I was like, if the roofing's starting today, then I don't think that I'm going to be able to film any videos because it was real loud. Like, I mean, you know, our bedroom, I could film it out here. Well, it'd still be loud out here. Anyway, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But it woke me up and then it lasted a couple minutes and I needed to get up anyway. So it was the alarm clock I didn't know I needed today, you know. But happy Monday. How are you guys doing today? I'm feeling good. I have a headache, which I was going to take some leave before I came out here and I forgot. So sometimes when I vlog, my headache goes away, but it feels weird because I am back to filming today. You know, I have such a hard time, like when I film one video, that I just don't want to stop. And so I got up today and I was like doing stuff around the house, doing laundry and whatever, and Alex was texting me. He always texts me good morning every day. When he sees me come out here with like the cameras, like his cameras go off, you know, so he'll be like, he knows I'm up and he'll be like, good morning. So, I came out here to like see what they were doing and then I noticed that the bird feeders were completely empty. I'm having to, it's so funny because so many of you guys have like commented, like somebody said something about their dad was going through like so many pounds a week of it or whatever. I am down to my last bag of bird feed. So on Wednesday with Caroline, I'm going to have to buy some more bird feed. I'm going to have to get a couple bags because right now there are 3 birds on the bird feeder. Well, I have to tell you what's so strange about it is, I don't know if they're like, oh, there's the guy that feeds us or something. Now there's 4 birds on it, and 1 in the other one, and 2. They're just they're constantly all over that tree. And I don't know if they're just like, oh, there's the guy that feeds us or whatever. But now, if they're like on the bird feeders and stuff, and I walk by the tree, they just stay on the bird feeders. They don't fly away. Like at first they would fly away. Now they don't fly away. They're just kind of like always hanging out on the bird feeders. But when I came out here, they were on the bird feeders, but there was like, it was completely empty. And I just fed them yesterday, or filled them yesterday. Today I filled them, and they're about a third of the way down. Do you guys want to see? Should we see if we can get up close to this bird? Okay, let's see if we can get up close to this bird and see if she'll let us get up close to her or not. Oh, now they're all flying away. Now that I just said that, they're all flying away. So anyway, yeah, I just filled this one earlier today, and you can see it's completely empty. And then this one over here, they really like this one, and I didn't think they would. But they sit in there, and they just like mess it all up. They're so hilarious. So, but when I was walking by here earlier today, they were just like letting me, I mean, I was like this distance and they were just like sitting in the bird feeder and whatever. But anyway, they flew away when they saw me coming out. They probably thought I was putting more bird feed out there. I think I'm going to hang 1 more bird feeder out there. And then I think that I'm going to hang the other one in the back. And I might buy 1 more bird feeder. So yeah, but today, when I got up, I was texting with Alex, and I was like, what time do you get done today? He's like, I should be done right at 5. And I was like, okay, I don't even know what time it was then. But I messed around and just kept on not, I was like, I need to sit down and just like film these videos, and then I can do like the bird feeder and stuff. But I was doing the bird feeder, and then I was checking my like my resources of squirrel and bird feed to see how much I had left. And I was like, okay, I need to buy another bag of bird feed, or probably a couple more. I hope it'll last until Wednesday. Oh, see, and a bird just went in the wood one up there. But last night I was looking up like trail cameras and all that kind of stuff, because I really am thinking about doing that. But I want to figure out how I want to do it first, if I do it. So anyway, some of you guys seem to really like that idea. I don't know, it seems kind of fun. But I just kind of like, the day just kind of got away from me. And so it was like, I think it was like 2 or something. I was like, okay, let's sit down and get these videos out that I wanted to do the Sister Wives video today, because I wanted it to be fresh in my mind. So I watched Sister Wives last night, which we'll get to in just a second. And then I wanted to make videos, like at least on like 4 or 5 of my channels. So I did my Sister Wives video. Then I did on my BookTube channel, I announced the changing. I don't want to say it over here. I'll wait until it's been up a couple days and then I'll talk about it and I'll kind of tell the story of how it all came to be. Well, I did over there. I told the whole story of what happened, but what's happening with the True Crime Book Club and all that. So the video's called The End of the True Crime Book Club, just to kind of give you, and then it's a new beginning. Just kind of just give you kind of like a little idea. But go watch the video and you'll see. Lots of changes coming to Peter's Book Club and to a True Crime Book Club. So anyway, so I made that video, and then I did my drama video, which I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a drama video today. And then I did my Happy Wax unboxing, because I got the subscription box for the summer subscription box. So I did that one. And then Alex texted me, and it was like 4:15. He's like, I'm on my way home. And I was like, okay, I thought you were going to be home at 5. He doesn't care. When he came home, he was like, do you want to be upstairs or downstairs? And I was in front of the computer, and I was like working. And he like went upstairs, and he was like laying on the bed. He like put his pajamas on. He was like laying in bed looking at TikToks. And he's like, are you still going to film some videos? I was like, yeah, but if I do, don't worry about it. Because I had my review video, my Peterisms. And I was like, I can just sit out here and do those videos. And, but I sat there and I was like uploading these videos. And before I knew it, like 40 minutes had gone by. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to save those for tomorrow and get my vlog done and relax for the rest of the evening. So I'm very relaxed today. Another day of waking up, and I do not have, my stomach hurts a little bit, or hurt a little bit earlier today, but I don't have any pain in my groin, no pain in the private areas, none of that. So this is several days in a row now. I'm almost convinced. I love that somebody said, what they say, they like their dad, they said my dad or their husband said Peter passed the stone, because they were like, they told him what was going on. I love that. I'm like, this is like so surreal to me that people that I will never meet in other parts of the world are talking about me passing a kidney stone and be like, do you think people, I can just like imagine they're like, well, so Peter's passing, they're like in the background watching, they're like, oh, he passed the kidney stone. Like, I love that. Like that, I don't know why. Like, that's the coolest compliment in the entire world, that you guys allow me into your home. I just think that's the coolest thing. But that you guys are invested in my kidney stone as much as everybody else is. But I have like this small fear in my head that it's like, it's in my bladder and I'm not feeling it anymore. And so, and I'm like, but I didn't pass it, and then I'm gonna have to have surgery. Thursday I have imaging at the urologist. I actually have to register for it because they called today. So that's my first thing to do tomorrow, is to register for it. But so I have imaging on Thursday, and I think it's like an ultrasound and a CAT scan. I don't know, but they're gonna go in and whatever. So so on Thursday, it'll be more like definitive, I think is the word I was using earlier, if the kidney stone's gone or if it's there. I don't feel any pain at all, so praise God. I'm very happy about that. So I feel good today. I feel really good. It feels weird. I mean, I've said surreal so many times. It feels surreal to be, like, I filmed my drama video today, and I like looked while I was filming it, and I was like, when's the last time I filmed a drama video? And it was 9 days ago. And I was like, that's the longest I've taken off from filming on this channel in a long time. It really, to be honest with you, it didn't feel like it was that long. I mean, I thought I had filmed, like, I knew the last video that I did was my Her Baumeister video, but I thought I did that, like, on Friday, but I guess it was the previous Friday. I don't know. It's been a long time. So, but it was nice filming today. It was really nice getting back to filming today. It was good. It was fun. I just wish I had started earlier, you know, because, I mean, Alex doesn't care. He's like, if you want me to go downstairs, he's finishing up the new season of You, and no one has really said yet, like Mel, Tanya, Alex, everybody watches You. Caroline, I think, watches it too. Nobody's really said they, like, love it, or, like, I think it's the last, Alex said it's the last season. I just asked him, I was like, what are you going to watch? And he was like, I'm going to watch You, and then I'm going to go over to The Good Wife. We have Atlanta to watch. I don't know if we'll watch that tonight or tomorrow night. We have Atlanta, and then we started Vanderpump Villa a couple nights ago. I think Friday night we started I talked about that over here. So, I don't know if we'll watch shows tonight, if we'll just watch our own shows or whatever, but we were talking about trips. Kind of like dreaming up some trips for the summer, hopefully. So that's what we were talking about. But then he was like, do you want me to, what happened to my phone? He was like, do you want me to come downstairs so you can film up here? And I was like, no. I was like, I think I'm done filming. I think I'm done filming for the day. I kind of like, I can feel it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like, it's kind of the same like with watching TV shows. Like at the end of the night, I just kind of know when I'm done. Last night I finished a series called The Ed or Not. And when I was done with that, I was going to watch an episode of Love After Lockup. But it was late. It was like 6 when I got done. But I was still like wide awake. Oh, I took a long nap last night. That's why. And I was like, no, just go to bed. You're done. I didn't even like really think much about it. I just like put my iPad up. So my iPad is hooked to an extension cord, which I put it up on the sink. It's like we have this little bar in our like living room area. I put it like in the sink there. If I'm sitting at my desk, it's to the left over there. That's where I put it up, and then I put all my stuff away and blow out the candles. I usually blow out the candles about a half an hour before I get ready to go to bed and get done with my shows. I'll get up and blow out my candles. It's always this like conflict in my head, because I'm like, I want the candles on till the very end, but I also like to have the candles out. I'm very weird about fire and candles and stuff like that. My mom was too. My mom was really, really weird about it. And so I think I probably get it from her. And so I always like, I mean, I check that, this is part of my OCD, but I check the candles very carefully. I mean, it's not so much now because I've gotten through those rituals, but I still like check the candles to make sure that, you know, it's weird, like twice a year. I think it's the shifting of my teeth. Like twice a year my lisp will come out, and I can hear it today. I heard it in another video that I was doing earlier. Do you guys notice it more today? I can hear my lisp come out. And I was thinking last night, I was like, I feel like my bite is kind of like changing a little bit. Anyway. I had to reschedule the endodontist appointment because I had my urology appointment. So I had to reschedule my endodontist appointment. When I talked to her, she was like, why don't you just get this stuff taken care of? I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let me get this stuff taken care of, the kidney stone passed, and then I'll reschedule the endodontist appointment. So I have to go. That's another appointment I have to schedule tomorrow. Well, maybe I'll wait till the imaging on Thursday. That would make me feel better. And then schedule the endodontist appointment about this like decay that they think I have under this crown, and then see if I have a root canal. I think I've talked about this already. And then they'll do whatever they do. Well, first I have to go for a consultation, and then if I have to have a root canal, they'll schedule it. And then I have to go to my dentist to do the crown, and then I have to go to my periodontist to do my deep cleaning. A lot of fun dental work in the next month. This is like getting older. Like whenever I talk to my friends, these are like the things at like 25 that, first of all, I will say this, don't ever get up if you can afford it. Don't ever give up going to the dentist. I wish I never had. Like that's two things. I wish I would have never stopped ever working out in my life, like running. When I was running and I was lifting like a couple times a week, I wish I never would have stopped that, first of all. Because once you stop, it's harder to get back into it, especially the older you get. So if you're younger, here are two things. Start being active, like whether it's walking, running, cardio, and then like doing some kind of weightlifting, whatever that looks like for you, or Pilates, or just being active, and don't ever stop. Don't ever give that up. Just be like, I'm starting it, I'm gonna do this for life. And then, I mean, it doesn't have to be the same thing, obviously. And then the other thing is, well, the dentist, I would make sure, I think like, because this is the thing, as I've gotten older, I've had several people that I've known, or like adjacent to, that have had like this woman that I worked with, her like husband had like a heart attack because of like tooth decay, and I've had a couple situations like that where I've known people. So it's not just about keeping my teeth or keeping my teeth looking nice. It's also like being fearful that, you know, your teeth are connected to other things as well. And so, but I think also preventative medicine is definitely something that is definitely something that, like, Alex is really, really good about that and has been. I mean, since we've, like, been together, has always, like, you know, gone to the doctor, gone to the dentist every 6. He loves going to the dentist. He loves having cleanings. I don't love the dentist. It's part of the problem. I don't like the dentist. I mean, I like my dentist, but I don't like going to the dentist. Do you know what I mean? And so that's part of the problem. But playing catch up is 10 times worse than just keeping up with it through the years, you know? So if you can afford it, I would get regular annual checkups, medical checkups, and those are like things they don't ever tell you, like when you're younger, you know? Which is weird because my mom and my dad, my stepmom too, they're like really big on all that stuff. I don't know, maybe they did tell me and I just didn't pick up on it. I can remember, like, when I moved out, my mom would say things to me like, you need to schedule a dentist appointment. I'd be like, okay, yeah. And I did for a couple years, and then I kind of just, like, faded off. But I can remember she'd say, like, did you make your, like, you know, doctor's appointment? Did you make your, like, dental? My mom would always, like, check on me with stuff like that. But, like, the things I wish I had known when I was younger, like, the pragmatic things of, like, I mean, I loved living in an apartment, don't get me wrong. And at the time, you know, I don't know that I could have afforded a house for much of it, but, like, had I put a little bit aside each month and, like, actually talked to a realtor and said, like, what can I afford? I wish, like, I would have done that, like, much sooner than I did, instead of just putting money into an apartment every single month, you know? Even if it was something really, really small, and I had a 30-year mortgage or whatever, I wish I would have done that younger. Actually, the savings stuff I did learn pretty early. But still not as early, like, I wish I'd learned it in, like, my late 20s instead of, you know, I don't know, 35, 40, when I started, like, really being big about savings. I'm being, like, money smart. I just, you know, I am today, and I have been for, like, I'd say the last 15 years or 20 years. But that was something, no, maybe it was, like, 30, I don't know, maybe it was before my mom passed away that I think because I read, like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad and the Dave Ramsey books and stuff like that. That was before my mom passed away, because I can remember she and I talked about it, I think. But those are things I wish I had known, like if you have somebody that's graduating from college, I think that's a perfect time to read, like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a great book. And the Dave Ramsey book, like, Total Money Makeover, How to Be a Millionaire, like... And How to Be a Millionaire, like, I have that one, but I haven't read it all the way through. It's not, like, How to Be a Millionaire because you want to, like, have ritzy lifestyle. It's really more about, like, how to have savings, how to think smart with money and things like that. Like, and I think the other thing that it did for me was it made me really, like, when I started listening to Dave Ramsey and whatever, it made me really think about, like, my priorities. Like, do I really need this over this? Or 10 years from now, am I going to be happier that I have savings that, you know, if I need to take 2 weeks off or whatever, I can do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think those are things that I wish I had gotten in my late 20s or, you know, like, right around the time that I got sober. But in all honesty, when I got sober, I wasn't really thinking about savings. I was thinking about staying alive. But definitely, like, being smart with money, preventative medicine, preventative dental care, those are things I wish I would have thought about, you know? All those things that cost a lot of money. All those things. Look at all these birds. So yeah, so I had this endodontist appointment. Well, I'm gonna schedule that after my thing on Thursday. And then after that, I have to go back to my urologist because he wants to talk about, like, my history with kidney stones. And if I have passed it. If not, we'll be talking about surgery, which that scares the hell out of me. But, like, when my dad's side of the family talking about the history of kidney stones, and he wanted to do some, like, blood tests and stuff like that to, like, kind of figure out more about it. So, yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. So Alex and I were talking about, like, some different kind of trips and stuff that we could possibly take. And, we haven't, like, really decided if we're going to do something for, like, we usually go to Las Vegas for our anniversary, but we're not really sure we're going to do that this year. We might do something different. Las Vegas is so expensive anymore. Like, even just for 3 or 4 days, it's so expensive. With, like, dinners and everything. And the flights are pretty expensive out there now, too. Vegas used to be, I mean, when I first started going out there, God, I don't even know when that was. started dating my ex in 2001. So he moved up here a year later. Started working there, so that would have been 2003 or 4 that I went to. So 21 years ago. I mean, I can remember even then, it wasn't, like, I thought it'd be like $5 buffets. I can remember us going to the Bellagio buffet and thinking it was going to be like, you know, I was never really that impressed with the Bellagio buffet, but listen, Jason. Oh, you know what this weekend was? This is, Alex and I were talking about it, and so this weekend was Rev, that thing that we always go to at the racetrack, the fundraiser. It was supposedly super cold. Like, everybody that I've talked to, Melissa said it was really, really cold there and stuff like that. Everybody was, like, inside. You usually walk around outside and stuff, but we tried to get tickets, like, the day they went on sale. They were sold out, literally, like, in 15 minutes. We could have got tickets. We have people that, like buy tables that we could buy tickets from and stuff like that, but we knew that this was coming up. So Alex was like, well, do you want to go to the cabin? I was like, I'm totally good missing a year of going to Rev, you know? It's fun, but it's expensive. And so I'm like, it's a good fundraiser. I believe in it. But I'm like, we can miss a year. So we were like, I think it was on our way back. And I was like, are you sad that you missed Rev? And he's like, I mean, I have been for like the last 5 years. I was like, well, I think I've been for the last 3, not 5. But it was kind of weird. But this year, like, it was interesting because a couple of Alex's friends that have never been went. And people that we know that usually always go didn't go. So we weren't like the only ones that didn't go. But that's always a fun night. It's kind of like the beginning of like race day here. So I don't know if I think I've told this before, but so my sponsor is really, really into like the race day. Like, loves race cars and stuff like that. She drives like she has 2 cars, but one of her cars is like a race car. And like when you hear it like a mile away, and she goes down there, she gets like where you can go into the pits and stuff like that. She goes down there literally every day in May, dresses up. She's got real long hair, like she wears the hats and stuff. She loves it, and she knows like all the guys and all the different race teams. This is her favorite month of the year. Race month in Indianapolis. So it's Indy 500. Is Memorial Day weekend. So it's like black and white checkered flags everywhere in Indianapolis. I'm kind of surprised my neighbors, I don't see any that have any out yet. But May is like a huge party month in Indianapolis. Parties, celebrities come here and stuff like that. I mean, race day is like a huge. But anyway, my sponsor goes every day. She loves it. And so, I mean, literally she goes down there like almost every day. I think. Well, my neighbor and I, was I filming when I was talking to her? We were looking at race, and it was like the 20, I think I was, when I was talking to her about it being the 26th this year. So I don't know. Let's look and see when the Indy 500 is this year. Alex hasn't said anything about, so the Snake Pit every year has a big DJ. Alex goes sometimes. I don't think he went last year. I don't remember. I won't be going. I went 1 year and that was enough for me. There's some places I think that sober people don't need to be, and that's definitely at the racetrack. I mean, well, I would go to the race, but the Snake Pit is like partying, like it's like really heavy partying. When is it? What does it say? The 89th Indianapolis 500. It says was held May 29th. Oh, 2005. Oh, because I put in 2005. Why did I do that instead of 2025? I don't even know why I'm looking this up. In all honesty, I have absolutely no interest in the race whatsoever. Isn't that so crazy? Scheduled for Sunday, May 25th. So yeah, it is early this year. I have no interest in the race whatsoever. Melissa and Jason go every year and sit, like, you know, on the bleachers, and they have to, you know, this is like the conversations you have with everybody. Are you on the race? And then, oh, where do you sit? And it's like certain turns. Like my sponsor, she always gets a suite. Like they have these the big suites area. It's like it's called the Pagoda or whatever, where they have like all the suites. So she always finds somebody that she knows that has a suite. And then they have like, you know, restaurants cater it and stuff like that. Melissa and Jason sometimes go to the suites too. Melissa and Jason are huge race car people as well. Tanya's been a couple times. She doesn't really care. She's kind of like me. She's real indifferent to it. I think they watch it. Like they'll have like family over and stuff, and they'll watch it. Well, no, you can't watch it in Indianapolis. You can listen to it on the radio. I don't think it airs in Indianapolis. Am I right about that? Is anybody from Indianapolis? I always get that wrong. And I'll say, like, oh, what time is it on TV? And then later somebody will be like, it's not on TV. Didn't you know that? It's like you can listen to it on the radio, but it's not on TV. I don't think they air it on TV because it's in Indianapolis. Am I right about that? You know, I have no interest in the race. Why am I even talking about it when I could be talking about TV shows? So anyway, I filmed my videos today. Now I'm out here vlogging, feeding my birds. Last night, I was talking to Nikki and Belinda Carlisle, you know, from the Go-Go's. What else was she in? But anyway, Heaven is a Place on Earth. I'm sitting here, and I kind of looked to see if they were sleeping in the fern. And at this point, it was probably like 12 o'clock. No. I took a shower last night. Oh, I took a nap early. That's what I did. Hold on a second, because I texted Nikki and told her what I was going to do. We were looking up, I was telling her about season 5. If you watch Brittany and Andy, Brittany like yells over at the hotel. She goes, "What'd you expect? You met me on Caged Women." I always think of that. So I was telling Nikki about that because she hasn't watched season 5. And so she looked it up, and it's actually called Caged Ladies, and it's like a dating site for like felons in prison. And she was like sending me like the pictures of, like, each of them have profiles. But what did I say to her? Okay, I laid down. Hold on a second. And that's where I was texting her about Love After Lockup. She was sending me these cookies that she was... What time is this? 1:04. Text her when I got done vlogging. It's after 3. Telling her about Chaz and Bronwyn on season 4. Oh, we're looking up all these people, too. I said, then there's this Radine chick. Have you guys seen Radine and Rick? This Radine chick tells her man, Rick, that she has a girlfriend that she won't leave after he spends $10,000 on her. Then she says that he's smothering her. I was like, so weird. And then she was like, is that the one with Rick? And I said, yeah, I feel bad for him. She's like, I don't. He's weird. Then she's talking about this book. She's reading this book she's so into. That's Not My Name, I think is what it's called. She loves it. She's like, it's so good. And then she's like, it's good, but I just want to find out what happened. When did I tell her? Oh, I must have laid down early, because I said I'm laying down till like 7:30. Finish your book, girl. And then I was like so relaxed. She said, how was your nap? So I got up at 9:57 because she was like, how's your nap? I said, I took like a 3-hour nap. I said, I want to take a shower, but I don't have the energy right now. So then later, I like got up. Oh, I know. I wanted to watch Sister Wives. So if you guys don't know, Sister Wives last night, Alex went upstairs and he watched a show. When I laid down and took a nap, which would have been like 4 o'clock, he went to sleep for the night. He got up and he cooked some food. Oh yeah, because that's what I woke up to. It smelled like, our whole house smelled like pizza rolls. So I woke up to like the smell of pizza rolls in our house. And so then he came back to bed. What is going on? So then he came back to bed when I came downstairs. I was like, are you going to bed? He's like, I am exhausted. He's like, I'm going to bed for the night. So we went to bed real early last night. So I came downstairs and I was waiting for Sister Wives to be over. So I watched Sister Wives. It was over at like 11 because it's from 10 to 11. Because I wanted to take my notes on it and stuff. If you guys watch Sister Wives, last night's episode, which my reaction is already up on it, but it was about Garrison Brown's passing when Garrison Brown died last year. And I knew that that was what the episode was going to be, and I didn't know how they were going to do it. I usually take like pretty extensive notes on Sister Wives, and I started to because it doesn't start off talking about that if you watch the episode. It starts at Christine's house, and then it goes to Mary's B&B, and then it goes to Mary's interview, and then during the interviews when she gets this phone call from Cody, and that's how the whole thing, like, then they explain what happened. And I'm not going to do a reaction to it over here since I just did the whole, like, 25-minute video reaction to it. But at some point, I think it was around when Mary, like, got the phone call from Cody, I just was like, I'm not taking notes on this. Like, I just want to watch it, and, like, you know, I'm so invested in this family after watching 19 seasons of it. It's like, I just really wanted to watch it. And the whole situation is so sad. So and actually Nikki was watching it too because her mom watched it like when it was on. Her mom was like texting her that it was really sad. So Nikki and I watched it kind of at the same time. Tanya was watching at the same time too because I talked to Tanya right after I got done. And Tanya was like, what do you think? And she and I were talking about it. camera stopped. And then I was like, I wanted to take a shower and put on comfy pajamas and stuff. Then I wanted to watch all my shows. So, and I wanted to listen to my audiobook, and that was my plan. I wanted to finish that James Patterson book. That was my plan all day yesterday. Didn't finish it. Listened to a half an hour of it, but didn't finish it. Was doing all this laundry and stuff. So, I took a shower and put on comfy pajamas, and I ended up talking to Tanya for a little bit longer, and then Nikki and I ended up talking and laughing on the phone for like almost 2 hours. By the time, I mean, she was like so tired. She was like, I gotta go. She was like, I wanted to read this book. And I was like, she's like, oh, but I gotta tell you one more thing. And I was like, what do you have to tell me? And we were like laughing so hard on the phone. Oh, while I was talking to Nikki on the phone, this is what I was gonna say earlier. While I was talking to Nikki on the phone, Belinda Carlisle comes flying out of the nest, and she like, and she's real little. She's like this real little bird. And she came flying out of the nest. I mean, I was so quiet. I'm so careful out here. So she comes out, and I, you know, like she probably thinks she's just flying out of a tree or something. She doesn't realize that, you know, like, there's a roof up here, and so she's trying to get out, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, Nikki, and she's like hitting the roof of the patio, and so she like finally flies out, and then 2 seconds later, her man done flied out. So I don't know what her man's name is. What should Belinda Carlisle's? Is Belinda Carlisle married? Did you guys ever like the Go-Go's? Wasn't she one of the original Go-Go's with Jane somebody? Vacation, all I ever wanted. Belinda Carlisle. Here she is. Doesn't she have a son or something? That was some big deal on Instagram or something a year ago. She is 66 years old. Look, these glasses are the ones that I always keep next to the computer. 66 years old. She looks fantastic. She was the Go-Go's. What was that? Jane, what was her name? Okay, what was her spouse's name? Morgan Mason. Has she been married to him since 1986? Should we call the bird Morgan? I'll never remember that. She has 1 child. I feel like, is her son gay or something? I feel like there was like, let's look up, who's Jane, what was her name from the Go-Go's? I know it was Jane Whelan, yeah. I liked her alone too. Okay, Belinda Carlisle's son. Do you guys remember there was something about him? James Duke Mason. Maybe he's not gay. Prominent writer, activist, and political commentator who was born in 1992. There he is with her. Why do I think she came out and said something about him being gay? Who was looking at, was Belinda Carlisle a smoker? Oh, because of her voice. She said something about smoking. Why do I feel like there was something that came out about her son being gay and she was really supportive of him? Yes, Belinda Carlisle's son, James Duke Mason, is gay. He came out to his mother when he was 14 years old. Belinda Carlisle has been a vocal and supportive advocate for LGBTQ plus right issues since then. She and her son have even discussed their experiences with coming out and the importance to support organizations like PFLAG. Love that. I feel like, I thought I knew that. I feel like that came out like a year or two ago. That they were talking about that on Instagram or something that I saw. But anyway, Belinda Carlisle and her man, I don't know what we'll call him. Who was somebody else that I liked at that time? This guy from Culture Club. I can't think of his name. Boy George. Belinda Carlisle and Boy George, who are living in Fern Mayo. Thank you, whoever said it was Fern Mayo from Jawbreaker. I forgot that was her last name, Fern Mayo. So that's what the Fern's name is, Fern Mayo. Okay, so that's what I've named her, Fern Mayo, or Queen Fern, like Queen Tammy. Should I call her Queen? Okay, here's your choices. Queen Mayo, okay, like Queen Tammy from Thousand Pound Sisters, or we're going to call it, because she's forever growing and changing, or Fern Mayo from the movie Jawbreaker. I kind of like Queen Fern, Queen Fernie, better. But anyway, Belinda Carlisle and Boy George, they live in there now. They're building a nest. I can't see it when I looked in there, and I haven't seen them today at all, but they were in there last night. Apparently, I disturbed the silence because they were not happy. They were flying and hitting, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was like so worried they were going to like hurt themselves, but they flew away and they were fine. So, but anyway, that was last night, and then Nikki and I talked forever, and then I got real distracted looking at my candle collection. Do you ever do this? I'm like, okay, I've got 3 boxes of Yankee candles in the garage that I wanted to do that unboxing today, but I actually, oh my god, I have to show you guys this. This is so funny. Oh, and there she is. There's Gertrude Stein. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but there is a duck. Look at this. This is my yard. Okay, oh no ma'am. Look at this, 2 geese. Look, there is a duck in my yard. Isn't that a mallard? Look at this duck. Right in my yard. There she is. He is going away. Quack on. You know how Boo Radley feels about you, LaDonna. Okay. Look at this. There's the bird on the bird feeder. It's usually like there's always... Now there they are. Gertrude Stein and Alice B. Toklas. Hello. Oh, you're coming to eat tonight? Okay. Last night... Oh, where'd she go? She sure did take her bags and... Look, LaDonna Duck. She said, I am done. You guys have no idea how much I love this, okay? Well, there they are. Well, how are you guys today? Well, hello. Hi. You got something to say? Oh, hi. Can you please do me a favor? And you can eat all the food you want, okay? This is like a buffet. But please, could you poop near the lake, okay? We don't want... You're not listening to me. Could you look at me, please, when I'm speaking to you? Hey, could you... People always say that geese are so mean. I think they're kind of nice. Anyway, so, did you just honk at me? No, we're not doing all that business, the honking business. We're not doing that. Last night, when I was talking to Nikki as well, so I was worried that my bunny rabbit... Nikki used to have a bunny rabbit, and so she was telling me, not like in her yard, like she had it as a pet, and she told me, she said, that I need to get... She was telling me what I could get to feed the thing. She said that her rabbit liked apples, carrots, and like greens, like lettuce and stuff like that. So I'm going to get some when I'm with Caroline. I'm going to look it up first and see what you can feed, you know, that kind of stuff. But anyway, basically my yard's a nature sanctuary. My neighbors, I've asked them, I'm like, do you care? They're like, no, we love it. We love that you have the bird feeders up there. My neighbor across the street, she's like, I've got 4 over here. They just don't come over here. Well, the cardinals go to her yard. They don't come to mine. I don't know why. The one cardinal the other day. But I was sitting out here last night, and I saw the little bunny jump by, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I was so worried that the owl had gotten the bunny, right? So I was like, oh my God, Nikki, the bunny's back. There were 2 bunnies out there eating bird feed. Can they do that? I don't know, but they did. But they were eating bird feed. I mean, they were out there for like probably a good half an hour, and then they were hopping around the yard. It made me so happy. Oh my God, I'm loving it. I'm living my like nature life out here. I'm loving it. Wasn't that, there was a movie, why am I thinking Alice B. Toklas? What was that name of that movie? It was like a hippie movie or something. Or who was she? Well, I should know this. My mom's probably like, she's like, oh, Peter. Alice B. Here it is. Yeah. Alice B. Toklas was an American-born member of the Parisian avant-garde of the earliest 20th century and the life partner of... Oh my God, I didn't even know that! And the life partner of American writer Gertrude Stein. And I just thought they were the same period. I didn't know Gertrude Stein and her were life partners. Well, okay, Alice and Gertrude, there you go. Where are you going now? You don't like the food anymore? They're walking away. Oh my God, Gertrude and Alice are the geese that come to visit. Somebody must be walking by because they're getting real nervous. Now she's coming back to eat a little bit. She's like, she kind of leans a little bit like... What are you doing? What are you doing, Gertrude? Hey, Gertrude. Alice is kind of leaning back. I don't have any food. You don't need to come up here, okay? She's like, do you hear all those birds? So anyway, I was so happy that I saw the 2 bunnies. And they were like hopping and following each other all over the yard and stuff like that. It made me so happy last night. So... if you want to come, we basically have a serene nature sanctuary in my front yard at this point from 2 bird feeders. That's all. It's all it costed. 2 bird feeders. So anyway, well, hi. This one's like this. So anyway, I had to show you guys. This is so hilarious. I mean, these. Our neighborhood is like real, like, the geese and their nests and stuff are like real protected. And so they're like, you can't like chase the geese off or run them off. And they come every year. They leave. They don't stay very long. Look at that. Well, hi, Gertrude. Look at Alice behind her. Alice is like, what's going on? Why are you filming us? I do not want to be filmed, she said. Okay. So anyway, I cannot wait until this is all painted and my hostas are all in. This hosta over here, she's still not doing that great. I'm kind of a little worried about her. But anyway, the bunnies were there. So anyway, I talked to Nikki, and then I got off the phone with Nikki. And then, okay, do you ever like... I'm like, these 3 boxes of Yankee candles that I ordered in the garage, because there's no place else to put them, right? Our place is small. Our place is not big. And so I keep everything in the garage or the basement. But I'm trying not to keep it in the basement. So stuff I know I'm going to use, I put in the garage. Because I cleaned out the garage. And so now it's like there's a lot of empty space. So I have the boxes out there. So before I open those boxes and I put them away, which I'll probably have to keep them in the boxes in the garage, I was like, what candles do I have left? You guys, I have like literally like 10 candles left, and which sounds like a lot to people, but last night I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in the kitchen, like lit and burning, and then I had the wax melt or fireplace thing going, and then the wax candle warmer. I love that thing so much. Somebody sent that to me years ago. Such an amazing gift. It's the lamp that goes over a candle. It like really makes the whole room smell so good. It's like a pear champagne's candle or something like that. And then in the living room, I have lilac, which I love this season. I never really like the scent lilac, but I really like it. So springy smelling. And then they're both our own candle company. They're these little candles. And then on the other table, down at the other end of the couch, I have Midnight Summer or something like Bliss or something like that. I don't know. But they're both from our own candle company. And so I have those lit. So, had all that. But then I was like looking through the candles. I was like, because do I need to order more candles? What do I have? I just ordered like $237 from candles from Yankee. So I don't think I need to order anymore. But I was looking through my candle waxes because I knew I was doing this happy wax candle unboxing today for my subscription thing. And then I was like, before I knew it, it was like 3:30, and I looked at the microwave. I was like, oh my god, I got so late. And so I made myself a cup of decaf. I have fallen in love with that. Now I can't think of the name. It's a Canadian coffee. Everybody, when I said it was a Canadian brand. It's everywhere in Canada. And some people said they didn't like it. It's red and green. Canadian coffee brand. Why is it not pulling up here? Tim Hortons. What is the famous coffee brand in Canada? Tim Hortons. A lot of people say they don't like it. The decaf K-Pods, I am like in love with. Almost like more. They're just regular flavor. They're nothing like flavored. There's no like flavor to them. It's just regular coffee. But decaf. There's something about the flavor though that I almost like better than any of the other coffees that I bought. I recently bought, so Eggo Waffles has a whole line of coffees out, or maybe they've had them, I didn't know, but I got the maple waffle ones. They're good. And then I got these different ice cream flavors. It's like mint chocolate chip, butter pecan. They're not good. I wouldn't waste I got a whole box of them. I wouldn't waste my money on that. But the Eggo waffle ones are really, really good. And the Tim Horton decaf coffee, oh my god, it's like my favorite. Like, I would pick it over just having a regular cup of coffee. So I made a cup of coffee, and I was like, I want to finish the Ed or Not show. But I also went, that's when I listened to the James Patterson book for like a half an hour. And then I watched the Ed or Not show. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's like I don't want to tell you guys what it really is. It's 6 episodes. I don't want to tell you what it really is because it'll ruin it for you. Because you don't really find out what it's really about till like the 3rd episode. But it's a end of the world show that takes place in Argentina. It takes place in Buenos Aires. It is really well done. And at the end of it, when you finish it, there's like this 3-minute video about like all the writers and producers that were so excited because it was this collaborative team effort that they did, and they filmed it like on location in Buenos Aires, and they talk about like their stories of coming together with the idea. It's so fantastically done, and the quality of it is like, from like a special effects point of view, I feel like it's like major motion picture. I really do. And the character development and the storylines are just, oh my god, it's so well done. So, and it's got renewed for a 2nd season. So I watched that last night, and that's when I was going to watch another episode of Love After Lockup, but I went to bed. So, yeah, that was my night last night. So tonight, when I get done vlogging, which is going to be here shortly, I'm not going to vlog for a real long tonight, well, first of all, I want to finish the James Patterson book. I've got to get the James Patterson book done and the recovery book. I'm kind of at this point, because we're like the 5th of May. I'm kind of thinking like maybe just carry the recovery book over into doing it, be the May book too. I don't think that many people are reading the recovery. If you're reading the recovery book for me and you're with me and you're waiting for me to announce the next one, let me know in the comment section below. The last time I said that in a video, not one person commented on it, and I was like, I don't think that many people are reading along with me. I'm having a hard time finding like recovery memoirs that I really want to read, which is part of it. I like the Nick Sheff ones, but well, so anyway, I got to read that one, but I think I might just wait until finish May and do it, and we'll do a June book or something. I don't know. Because I really want to read some other stuff. Nikki reads this series called by A.J. Rivers, and I have the first book, and they're really short reads, and I want to get into that. So I'd like to spend some time reading, because I've been watching like a lot of shows lately. I'm going to finish a James Patterson book today. I've got to, so I can do the Alex Cross video. And then I don't know. It just kind of depends. If I feel like doing the recovery one, I started listening to it. I liked it. It literally picks up like almost right where Tweak. So if you read the first one, it's Tweak by Nick Sheff. His dad is the one that wrote Beautiful Boy, about his story about David Sheff wrote Beautiful Boy. Nick Sheff is his son that had the methamphetamine addiction. And so it's his side of the story. I mean, they're basically like, it's kind of one continuation of the same story. They're both really, really fantastic writers. But this one, I think it's called And We All Fall Down, is that what it's called? It's the, let me look at my Audible really quick. Library. I have so many books that I wrote. Has anybody read the new Emily Henry book, Great Big Beautiful Life? It's Reese Witherspoon's book for the month. Dungeon Crawler Carl, which people have told me I won't like. And then I've had other people that are told me they could not put it down. It's so good. I want to read that one. I have all these books I want to read. Where's it at? Oh, you know what? I already started it, so it's going to be in progress. Yeah, We All Fall Down by Nick Sheff. I have 3 hours and 30 minutes of it left. So I'll probably listen to that and then get into the other stuff. I'm just loving reading again and sitting out here. These geese have been here now for a while. They need to... Y'all don't be tearing up my grass. I feel like I hear my neighbor from next door. Gertrude went like that when she heard that voice. She was like... Did you ever wonder what animals think? I mean, with like the dogs, I always wonder like what they were thinking and stuff like that. But like when you see these animals, it's just like, it's so funny. There's like these birds on the bird feeder. I have to show you again. And they're like right on top of their head. And they're just sitting there eating. Can you see, like, look at all these birds that are on my bird feeder right now. There's like 3. Look, 4. And then look, they just like hang out in the branches. And they go to that. There's one in there. You can see it come out the end. They really like this bird feeder, though. There's one in the branch right there waiting. Look at that. They've almost gone through half of that today. And then there's Alice, and that's Gertrude. So tonight, it's going to really depend on if Alex wants to watch shows or what we feel like doing. I'm going to take a nap at some point. We do not have marriage counseling tomorrow. I haven't talked to Tanya about if we're going to go to a meeting or not. We didn't even really come up yesterday. So she has so much stuff going on right now. Oh my gosh, there's like 2 birds in the wooden one on the bench. No, on the bench, on the thing. Oh my God, there's so many birds out here right now. I know I just showed you guys, but oh, now they're all flying away. But I have to show you like how active this is. I know you guys are probably like so over this. But it's like, this is like what it looks like all day long. It's like they're just constant out there. Do you see them? They're like floating around. And then the other one over there, you can see there's like 2 birds in there. But they like fly. I was waiting for them to like, they swoop down. There, you see another one. Oh, I love it. Somebody said there's a bird migration. Somebody commented on my video and said there's a bird migration in Indiana right now. That's why like they're eating a lot. One of my neighbors told me that too. I can't remember who told me, but said something about there's like this huge bird migration in Indiana right now, or through the Midwest. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what a bird migration is. But, so yeah, so tonight is going to be a night of relaxation, like every night. Nap at some point. Finish laundry. Oh, these birds, these little birds are hitting it down the ground, and then Gertrude's eating it. Just watching them eat just brings me so much peace. It just makes me so happy. I just love the sound of it and everything. I'm so happy they're doing all this reconstruction, but when they get done, I cannot wait to just make this whole area so nice. The back patio, I'm going to sit out there and watch TV shows this summer and stuff. I'm going to be so scared on that back patio. I think I want to get some big plants, so like I can just like hide behind the plants and stuff like that. Oh my God, I loved when people said, when I was sitting there watching the show, The Cabin, and I said, where are those little Debbies at? It was like 3 or 2, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and somebody said, I felt that in my soul. No, I was like, where are those little Debbies? I want those little Debbies so bad. Okay, let's see if, hold on a second, let's see what, I haven't read comments on here in a while. Can I just tell you, y'all know I'm like quickly turning into a Swiftie, and I love Taylor Swift's music. I love this song all too well. Can I just tell you, this version right here is my favorite version. The Sad Girl Autumn version, recorded at Long Pond Studios. That is my favorite version of, like, I know it's been out for a while, but I love that version. Okay. Let's go in here and see. Where are we at? Vlog. I'm not going to read, like, straight down. I'm just going to, like, pick some comments. And, Deborah said, Dear Peter, I watched your vlog in 2 parts yesterday and today, and on your Peter Does Stuff channel, I watched the beautiful cabin and woods. So nice. I'm loving your idea of a nature channel and that you are feeling better and having had such a good getaway with friends. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I felt good enough to go. All last week, I really wanted to go to the cabin. Like, and we only went for one night. I think I said this, but like we were going to go down Friday night, but then our friend wanted to drive with us. My Lord. You scared him off. Shoot.
They only went over there, though.
We were going to go down Friday night because Alex was like, you know, do you want to go down Friday night? This was before, like, the kidney stone and stuff when we were talking about it. And I said, yeah. And he's like, we can just, when you get done filming for the day, we'll just head down there. We can just go to sleep, then get up down there, you know? And I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. And I was really excited about it. And then when the kidney stone stuff happened, I was like, I hope that I'm not going to not be able to go. Like, I was really, and Alex was like, I'll stay home. I was like, no, I'm not going to make you stay home if I'm, like, passing kidney stone. And he was like, well, I don't want you to know, whatever. I was like, so I was really thinking I was going to have to cancel it. I was so, I mean, it was like a God moment that I was able to go and feel good. I really needed it. I really just needed to have a low-key evening being with friends. I couldn't stay up there a week. It's gorgeous up there. I was so happy about that. Yeah, I was just so happy that I was feeling better. So, the thing is, I think, like, the kidney stone thing has probably been happening since Miami is what the doctors think. And it's just been, like, progressively getting worse and worse and worse. So, it's been, like, a month of me kind of, like, dealing with some of this stuff. So, anyway. So, I was glad I got to go. Lisa said, I missed your vlogs. Oh, you're so sweet. You guys just are so kind and so compassionate and so funny, too, with, like, the naming of the birds and the fern and the kidney stone even. Like, I really so appreciate that. You guys have no idea. It just really lifts my spirits. Okay, Lindsay, I was talking about the Twilight movies, like why they're trending right now, because they're like on all like the streaming apps that they're on, they're like in the top 10 list. And she said, I think the movies are trending because there was recently a Twilight convention reunion thing. I did not know that. Sherry said, so glad you're feeling better, Peter. The cabin sounded nice, but the going to bed early and getting up early would not be my schedule either. I mean, I can do it for one night, you know what I mean? Like, the thing is, like, when I do it, and I like, well, first of all, I didn't go to bed that early. I went to bed at like 10 till 3. I mean, that's early for me, but it's not early. Sherry, we'll go on vacation, and we'll just stay up all night long, you know what I mean? But, like when I get up earlier, I'm not a morning person, I think we know that. But when I do get up earlier, unless I've only had like 3 or 4 hours of sleep and I'm like going to a doctor's office, then I'm not loving it. But if I go to bed early and I sleep through the night and I get up, I always feel better. I know like my schedule makes no sense to anybody, and you know that's okay because it's not your schedule, it's my schedule. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody except for me, right? And my husband could care less what my schedule is. So if he doesn't care and I don't care, it doesn't really affect anybody, you know? But so when I like, if I get up earlier, I'm always grateful that day. I like get my videos done earlier, blah, 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 whatever. I feel good. But then the thing is being a night owl to me is not just I like to stay up late, like I'm a night owl. It's that I feel more comfortable at night. Like I'm happier at night. I just relaxed at night. And so for me, it's not just about staying up late. It's about being more relaxed, enjoying, you know. So, and I don't know why that is. I've always been that way. I've always preferred the night. Like movies that take place at night, like adventure, you know, somebody's on the run, those being chased through town, adventure kind of movies. I love those kind of movies, on the run kind of movies late at night. Into the Night with Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer takes place all at night, and it's like one of my favorite movies ever. So, I just love the night. But I agree, Sherry, we're night people. Somebody said that cabin stories were so funny. Everyone going to bed early. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you so much. Oh, cauliflower. She said, you could put a picture of an eyeball or something reflective, like hang it behind the fern, and it may scare the bird. Okay, here's the thing, right, with the bird. I appreciate that, but this is where I'm at with the birds, okay, Belinda Carlisle and Boy George. I don't know that I really like the Boy George choice. Who else could it be at that time? Who else would it make, like, that would live in the fern with Belinda Carlisle? That would make sense. Somebody let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, Daryl Hall and John Oates. Daryl Hall, is that who it is? Maybe it should be Daryl. I like Belinda Carlisle. So we'll just call it Belinda Carlisle and her man is what we'll call the bird. But anyway, I don't mind the birds. It's like somebody said they like water around the nest. Like I know how to do that. The problem is when I have to take it down to water, okay? It's like, it's hanging up there. So I can't just like, and it like will soak the chair. So I have to put it down here with the hose. The hose is right there. Like water it, and then I have to like hang it back up. Does that make sense? Well, that disturbs the birds. It disturbs the nest. Even if I wasn't doing that, every time I come out here and I sit in a chair, they fly out. It's like when they built the nest. That's why we have the rock on top of the carriage light, because we have a rock up there. Can you see it? Because they would fly out here. And it was like every time you open the door, like when Alex would walk outside and take the dog, I think it was just Boo at that point, like they would like fly out and whatever. And so it just was like, it was disturbing them, it was disturbing us and stuff like that. I don't mind them filming or building a nest in the fern. I mean, y'all know how much I love birds. It kind of makes me happy that they're doing it, you know what I mean? But I don't want to disturb them when I'm sitting out here, and I'm not going to not come out here because I've got birds in my nest, if that makes sense. Or birds in my nest, birds in my bird nests in my ferns. So I don't want to scare them away. And I also don't want a huge reflective eye. Where would you even buy? I'm sure if you Google search it, huge reflective eye. Let's look this up. Cauliflower, I'm doing this for you. Huge reflective. I'm sure there is one, right? That you can buy. You can buy anything. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get out of that. I won't be buying that. But thank you for the suggestion. You also were not first in the comments, which is kind of interesting. Oh, a couple people said, please name her Franny. Did I say I was going to do that for Tree Grows in Brooklyn? So, okay, here's the thing. So, I'm going to call her Queen Fern, okay? And then we've got Fernalicious and we've got Farrah. I'm going to buy, I want to buy 2 more ferns. Trader Joe's had the best. Oh, they're coming back. Well, hey, girls. Hey, Gertrude. Hey, Mary. Mary? Alice. Hey, Alice. I want to buy 2 more of the small ferns. I'm thinking about doing more ferns and flowers out here this year. But the thing is, I was just thinking about this today. Then when fall comes, I can't save them all. I just can't. The bathtub's not that big, you know? So, but the small ferns I really, really like. And so I'm thinking about getting 2 and doing Fernand and Franny. Because I did say, I think last year, Franny for A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, that book. which my mom and I like watched the movie. I have it on Audible. Maybe this summer I'll read Trigger. The camera stopped. I made it to an hour. Teresa said, Call the Midwife is one of my all-time favorite shows, and I've actually rewatched it from the beginning. Is it really that good? My neighbors across the street, they like literally, like at the pool, they always talk about that show. Vic said, I recommend starting with one bird bath and see how it goes because you may or may not like it works out. Just to mention, it's a sweet thought. Well, I have 4 bird baths, so we'll start with one out here, but I don't know, you know? Do you think the goose will like drink out of the bird bath? Somebody said, yes, Fern, you're right. Freaking love Jawbreaker. I used to love that movie too. I haven't seen it in forever. Somebody said, I have caught deer shaking my bird feeders to get the seed to fall on the ground. If I saw a deer just right out here in the yard, it's so cute because there's like a little bird on top and then Gertrude's right underneath it. I'm not going to turn it around again. But it's like this little bird eating out the bird feeder and Gertrude's like right underneath on the ground. If I saw a deer straight in my front yard, they could have all the birdseed they want. That would make me so happy. So many people want me to call her Tina. Somebody said, call her Tina. Somebody else said, call her Tina Turner. Well, the Fern, Tina Turner. What is that? What? Oh, because of her hair? Because it kind of looks like Tina Turner's hair a little bit. Robin said, I sent you that same bird video. A couple people did. A couple people. I loved that bird video. I loved it so much. Robin also said, this makes me want to check my fern. You better check your fern because there might be, listen, the rest of the go-go's might be hanging out in your fern and have built houses up in there. Okay. Michelle said, Peter, I'm dying to know if you've read anything by S.A. Cosby. Currently listening to All the Sinners Bleed, and it's fantastic. You know what I feel like? I feel like, let me look. I feel like I have one of the books, but I haven't but I haven't listened to it yet on Audible. In your library, let's look and see. Oh, I do have one. Razor Blade Tears I have in my library. And, no, I don't have All the Sinners Bleed. Let's look it up. I'll tell you if I'll read it right now or not. Is this her newest? 13 Hours is a long book for me on Audible. Oh, it came out in 2023. Thriller Suspense. Oh my god, won so many awards. A black sheriff, a serial killer, a small town ready to combust. Titus Crown is the first black sheriff in the history of Sharon County, Virginia. In recent decades, Quiet Sharon, oh, this does sound good, has had only 2 murders, but after years of working as an FBI agent, Titus knows better than anyone that while his hometown might seem like a land of moonshine, cornbread, and honeysuckle, secrets always fester under the surface. This looks good. Then, a year to the day after Titus's election, a school teacher is killed by a former student. A student is fatally shot by, oh wow. This does look good. Should I get it? Okay. I'm going to add it to my wish list. There. That looks good. I'm not reading it right now, but it looks good. Okay. Thank you for the recommendation. I might get that. Caitlin said, Peter, my husband who has chronic kidney stones usually has some soreness after a stone. So if the pain isn't very strong anymore, I would also say that you likely passed it. Thank God. Thank God! And with that, thank you for that, letting me know. You guys sharing your stories with me has really, really helped. I just want to say I really appreciate it. You know, when you're going through something, you feel kind of alone in it. And then when you have other people, and luckily I have you guys out there, like, have a lot of shared experiences, so I don't feel like I'm going through it all alone. You know, when somebody will say something, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Like, you know, and then it's like, I'll tell Alex, I'll be like, well, somebody on my vlog said that they think that I passed it because he's like, uh-huh. Did you call your doctor? I'm like, no, but somebody on my vlog said, he just laughs. He thinks it's funny. You guys are so sweet. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna get off here now. It feels like a Saturday or Sunday. It doesn't feel like a Monday. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Monday and a fantastic beginning to your week. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.